Look at this news now. World Bank grant South Africa 1.5 billion development policy loan. This loan is specifically for... I just want to bring this notice to Africans. There's something I want you to understand here. But before we go into details, let's look into how many mineral resources South Africa have. South Africa boasts a diverse range of mineral resources with over 60 mineral resources actively mined in the country. The country that have over 60 mineral resources in the ground for their own land, borrowing 1.5 billion from World Bank. Who deposited the money in the World Bank? That's the number one question. And why the loan specifically for something? Are you thinking what I'm thinking as an African man? Because I am thinking like Captain Ibrahim Traore. I am not thinking like you. Because you, that maybe you have not been in the white man country, you're thinking maybe another different thing. But we that have visited, see everything that is going on there, we have something to tell you as an African man. Have you asked yourself why African countries continue to borrow and borrow and borrow and borrow and borrow and borrow without seeing any result of their borrowing? Because their colonial master give them specifically what they are going to use the money for. That is why the money is not benefiting me and you. And when they decided when they see nothing to do with it, what are they going to do? To share the money. When they borrow, then share the money within themselves. Yes, that's exactly what they are doing. Last time you see Nigeria president buy nyash, sheep, for sea, how many billion? Have you ever seen Bola Mohammed Tinubu in that ship that he buy for the weather for water? You never see him. Why did they bought it? The money borrowed was giving them specifically what are they going to use the money for. So you come to my place to borrow money, I borrow you money, I tell you waiting you go use the money when I borrow you to do. Think like Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. You see, Africa will not survive with this mentality. No way. South Africa that have over how many 60 mineral resources still borrowing 1.5 billion with a specifically condition on what to use the money for. All those 60 mineral resources, what is the benefit of South Africans on it? South Africa is just like Nigeria. It just developed because white people rule them. Develop some areas because they are living in that areas they developed. Every other place look like the whole West Africa. The people are poor like the whole West Africa. Nothing different. Only where different in Africa is not Africa because they are Arab people. And then think like white people. And they have stubbornness and stubborn of disagreement. The white people, Arab people never agree with any white man in any situation. They will never agree. They prefer you to finish all of them instead of them agreeing with what you said as a white man. Arab people will not abide with that. That's why their place is well developed. Look at where they play this African Women Cup of Nations, Rabat. If you go to Rabat, Rabat is beautiful more than Madrid, which is Spain. Rabat is more than over beautiful. If you go to Tanja, Tanja is more than over beautiful. If you go to what do they call it? Casablanca. Casablanca is more than beautiful than every other place in Europe. Even more than beautiful than London. The Arab people then think like China people because they know what they want. So them now will borrow you money and tell you what to do with the money they borrow you. The money that what do they call it? The money they loot from your country. Because every money in that World Bank looted from our continent, Africa. Yes. If you don't know, make I tell you. It's the money our politicians loot from Africa to dump there. That is the money they borrow you back. And with the condition on what to use it for. You see that Africa will not survive this journey. My brothers and sisters, we need to think like Captain Ibrahim Traore if we want to move forward. Yes.